am set up for the burn test. We're going to use fire and some of our other senses to determine what types of fibers that are in all these yarns. So carefully light a candle on a plate with all your selected yarns laid out. I actually already know what they all are, but that's besides the point. I'm here to teach you the different properties of these fibers when it comes to heat and fire and how you can use that to determine what fibers they are. So carefully light your candle. Okay, and please be careful when you're playing with fire. Some things might be flammable, which you are about to learn about. Okay, so grab the yarn that you want to test and cut a small piece of it. And we're just going to burn the tip of this. So this is the yarn. Oh, can't really see it, but it's kind of soft. Not really sure what it is, so we're gonna burn it and see what happens. Okay, so you see that actually caught flame and is definitely burning. Oops, I blew up my candle, but that one was flammable. And if we look closely, okay, let's look at this. Let's see what happened. See the end there? It kind of melted a bit, and I'm getting like a scent of burnt plastic. So we know this is a synthetic because you're getting that burnt plastic smell. Also, it melted a little bit at the tip. Don't use acrylics for anything that's heat related because it will melt and it's flammable. As you saw, it burned. I had to blow it out. So that's acrylic. Next one, oh, I gotta relight my candle. Okay, next one, we're using this pink yarn that's back here. It's like pink and white. So I'll give that a little burn. All right, what's happening here is it's definitely burning, so it's flammable. So it could be acrylic, it could not be. So I had to blow that one out. And it's flammable. It has a little bit different scent this time, so it's smelling more like burnt paper. So burnt paper is going to probably be a plant fiber. And see how this kind of like ash, like it actually burnt rather than melted. So this is a plant fiber. I'm going to tell you now that it's cotton, and another way you know that it's cotton is that it has like that ropey texture that's kind of tough. So when you're feeling it, it's got a certain, kind of has a pretty specific feel, like a t-shirt, like that, just that cottony feel, and it burns, it smells like burnt paper, and it's also a little bit flammable. Okay, next one. Give it a little burn. What's happening here? It's catching really quick. Burn it out. Take a look. I'm smelling burnt plastic again. And again, we have that melted tip. So that is another synthetic that we have there. Next one. This one is our gray yarn back here. It's kind of furry. Looks like it might be natural fibers. Can look kind of furry and a little bit coarser than say the synthetic ones, but that's not necessarily true if you have like a merino wool or something, which could feel very soft like acrylic. So we'll give it a burn. Oh, and that one put itself out. Try one more time. And again, that one put itself out. So only certain types of fibers do that, and that's animal fibers, are flame retardant. So wool almost always will immediately put itself out. It does burn a little, leaves a little bit of ash, yep, and has more of a burnt hair smell because it is fur from an animal. So it kind of smells like burnt hair. It burns for a minute, ashes, and puts itself out because it's flame retardant. So another great quality of animal fibers there. Okay, moving on to this next one. It's this blue. This one. Oh, that one also put itself out. Again, this one is another wool because it did the same thing. It burnt, it put itself out, it ashed, and there's a little bit burnt hair smell. Now, looking at this one, see how there's like actually two fibers? There's that blue stuff, which is probably the wool, but then there's like a black thread mixed in there too. And I'm willing to bet that black thread is a polyester. Polyester is mixed with wool sometimes to give it this cool texture and to give it some more strength, and that I can just tell how it's like thin like thread. Thread is usually also synthetic. So this is actually a blend. So sometimes the burn test like won't indicate if something is a blend or not, but we can use our other senses like sight to look at it and see what the texture is. Okay, moving on. Here is our next fiber. It's this one over here. And it's burning. Definitely still burning. And oop. It like kind of tried to put itself out there for a second. Let's just try that one more time. Oh, that time it, sorry, I don't know if you could see that, but that time it put itself out. I'll zoom in for you a little bit. That one kind of, it put itself out. So it's probably natural. There's some natural fibers in there, but it also has a sheen to it. So this one is either another blend or like the natural fibers, it put itself out, but it also kind of burns, so that's why I think it might be a blend. It also kind of melted, so that's where I think it would be also synthetic, and that sheen kind of clues me into the fact that it might either be viscose or cashmere, but it's not cashmere because it's just not as soft as cashmere would be. It's not alpaca, it's not that soft either, so it's probably a viscose blended with some natural fiber. Okay, got one more to burn for you today. This furry one. Let's give it a go. And whoa, that went up quick. Kind of, well, it did put itself out, but watch one more time. It like catches really fast, and then, oop. So, like I said, careful, and but that one caught up really pretty quick. Let's see. That one burnt super fast, so it's definitely flammable. And as we look at it, it's definitely got a sheen to it, and it definitely doesn't smell that great. So I'm thinking this is definitely a synthetic. I can also kind of tell that it's synthetic just by how it looks. It's shiny and like these fibers are coming off. Like you don't usually see wool like that, or natural fibers do that really. And you can tell the end there is also kind of melted and how quickly it caught on fire. It's probably polyester, which is very flammable, so keep that in mind when using polyester. It's flammable and it will melt. So all the synthetics you know now melt, so don't be making them anything heat related, but they are also machine washable. Well, not this one because of all its fibers, but the other synthetics are. And also they're flammable, whereas the natural fibers kind of tended to put themselves out and ash, kind of like more naturally a natural product would. And then ones that kind of do both of those things are probably blends. And you can also look at your yarns and based on like textures and colors and feeling can also identify what types of fibers that might be. So let me know if you guys have any questions. Don't forget to hit subscribe and stay up to date on my latest videos.